praying that the world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive, we're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful? Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I, for one, am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play. We exercise our right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction, being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. Look, I get it, it's like the world is going crazy. Seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining. It's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
We motherfucking What up, it's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Sorry, starting so late, everybody. We was doing the little deep space thing and had a little meeting afterward. So, we are fucking joined tonight with the host of Vinyl Motherfucking Thursday. Well, one of them, Brad.
What's up?
Have you gotten a name yet? It's just Brad.
No. You have not given. You said Vinyl Ralph because he's the other host, but no, I have not gotten a full-fledged nickname yet.
We gotta ponder that. You got that deep Barry White voice, but
Ponder.
It's more chefish than Barry White.
Chef, I'm not black.
So what? The fuck's that got to do with any goddamn thing?
What's going on today, children?
No, I'm thinking more of like chocolate salty balls.
All right.
Or I'm gonna make love to you, woman.
Yeah.
Gonna lay it down by the fire. And on the 2s and 3s and 4s and 6s and all that shit, we got Greg in the house.
What up, y'all?
So, we are getting pretty close to the holiday season. I'm not a religious man, but, you know, I still say Merry Christmas. I give props to all the other holidays, but, hey, you know, that was my first shit, so Merry Christmas, everybody. On the Deep Space Show, we talked about Hanukkah and what Hanukkah was about and all that stuff there and how it came about. We were supposed to talk about Kwanzaa, but we didn't get to touch on that subject just yet. but I am on this. So, I did a little research on Kwanzaa because, you know, nobody I know actually celebrates it. I actually thought it was a lot bigger than it is. Only 2% of Americans celebrate it. And
2%?
Yeah, 2% of black folks in America.
Okay.
And when this poll was taken, which was within the past, I'd say 4 years, there was only 13% of Americans that were black. So 2% of 13%, very, very small amount.
Right.
It kind of contradicted itself, and I believe that's why it fell by the wayside. It has still some good premises to it. It has some very good ideals to it, but I hate to say it, but I mean it's a racist ass fucking holiday, or it started off as a racist holiday. You know, Christmas and a lot of these other holidays started off as some other bullshit, but the meaning evolved, the sentiment evolved, so it's not that shit anymore. But being that this started back in 1966 after the Watts riots, this ain't quite earned its stripes to have all that shit just kind of look past.
If it was since 1966, you would think there'd be more people celebrating it, right?
Well, it went down because the guy. Let me get my paper here. Professor Karenga. Yeah, he was a professor from fucking Caltech. He invented it after the Watts riots. God damn it. Yeah, if I get the name wrong, forgive me, but it was Mavalana Karenga, professor at Caltech for Pan-African Studies. He established it in 1966 after the riots. It was supposed to be a non-religious, non-political celebration of family, community, culture, and commemorate African-American heritage, whose ethnic history was stripped away by the slave trade. Why that always has to get tossed in there, I don't know. But, you know, you could just say your history was stripped away. We all know what it was about. Anyways, that's going to have a big part to what I didn't get to elaborate on in the last show. It was also considered at that time, when it was created, an alternative to the Christian Christmas. Professor Karenga believed that Christianity was a white religion, that black people should shun it. And, you know, Christianity is the whole Christmas thing and shit like that there. Which is really weird because white folks didn't create Christianity. White folks didn't even get a hold of Christianity for quite some time. But, you know, hey, people, it is what it is. All right, as it gained mainstream acceptance, Professor Karenga changed his position so that practicing Christians would not be alienated. So even he saw that was some bullshit. So in 1997, Professor Karenga was quoted in a book called Kwanzaa, Celebration of Family, Community, and Culture. Kwanzaa wasn't created to give people an alternative to their own religion or religious holidays, but to reaffirm and restore the rootedness in African culture. It underscores the essential premise, you must have a cultural revolution before a violent revolution, which all sounds fine and dandy and all that there. It comes from, the name Kwanzaa comes from Matunda ya Kwanzaa, As Swahili, it means first fruits. They used to have these harvest festivals right about the time of Christmas, end of December, beginning of January. Just like a lot of other religions have their feasts of the harvest. The original Christmas time was Saturnalia or Bacchanalia, and that was harvest time and shit like that there. So almost all the same shit. What I find real interesting when I was doing research on this, and it was kind of weird the way the universe kind of threw this at me with Hanukkah. This all originated in Egypt and Nubia.
Hanukkah did.
No, the Matunda Ya Kwanzaa.
Okay.
So the roots all the way from where this guy got all this, where he was bringing this all from, is the customs and everything from Egypt and Nubia. Now, those is black folks.
Right.
And slightly tan folks.
Right.
Just remember that. So, there are 7 principles to Kwanzaa. They are a bitch to fucking try to pronounce. I don't know if I really want to get into those just yet. I will. It is the good parts of it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for the next Deep Space show, because that'll be the part that's good about it. I'm going to point out the other side of the story, which rarely is allowed to get out. At the same time...
Ryan's listening in. He's in there in the chat.
At the same time that I guess the Maccabees, the revolt, the whole story of Hanukkah was taking place. The people that were oppressing them were Syrians, which is up by Egypt and Nubia, all the same folks. So Kwanzaa is actually the celebration of the oppression of the Jews before Hanukkah.
Okay. That's kind of funky.
It's kind of jacked up.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I understand that you want, you're celebrating your African culture. But especially American folks, they hear African culture and, okay, yeah, we'll do, we'll wear this outfit, or they have this custom or this and that. But they really don't know what the African culture was or what they were doing back then.
Right.
First of all, they weren't called Africans. They were Nubians and Egyptians and Syrians and shit like that. It was on the continent of Africa, right there between Africa and the litter box. So they was all the same folks.
Right.
So, again, we have 2 holidays going on at the same time.
They were built on war.
One is celebrating the oppression of the people, and the other one is celebrating the liberation of the people. I don't understand how nobody has made the correlation on that, or if people are just turning a blind eye to that shit.
Probably more or less what it is.
I mean, it's kind of... And I had no clue about any of this shit. I knew nothing about any of this shit until I started researching Kwanzaa. I just, knew about Kwanzaa from Futurama.
Right.
That is the most I knew about Kwanzaa. Futurama. And that was Kwanzaa-bot. He did break it down. He broke down to all 7, the 7 virtues or whatever the hell they call them. They broke down, what each of them meant and the word, said it right. They did a good job on it. I give them that. But when you dive deeper into the shit, That's kind of fucked up.
Yep.
Can't hear me?
You're low. Very, very low.
Better?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to stay up there. Let's give her a little twist. Little twisty twist better?
Yeah, it's even better.
Alrighty.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right.
So, now, again, I'm not taking away from the good aspects of the holiday. Because, again, there's some good aspects of it, even though it had some fucked up premises. The person who, this professor who created this, did not want this to become commercialized. He did not want Kwanzaa to become like Christmas, you know, with Coca-Cola and shit like that. You know, he didn't want any of that media commercialization of it. And
so it's like a private holiday almost.
I guess, I mean, I don't even understand how you would go about doing that. If you want your religion to grow or your holiday to grow, then it kind of has to get commercialized.
Yeah.
It kind of, I mean, whatever media is the media of that generation, whether it been newspaper, whether it been a courier pigeon, whether it's the internet or TV. I mean, you kind of got to roll with it. But I guess Heineken, I believe, I think it was in the 80s, maybe. They came out with an ad, a Christmas ad, or a holiday ad. And they actually said, you know, Happy Kwanzaa, very tastefully or whatever. But the dude who invented it, that had to have been earlier than the 80s. But the dude who invented it had a fit pretty much. He went public and said that's not what he wanted. That was the last thing that he wanted was, because he looked at that as commercialization.
Right.
And from that point on, like, Kwanzaa stuff started coming off the shelves. Kwanzaa stuff started coming out of stores and all that shit, and it pretty much dissolved. So, I mean, it kind of ate itself.
Yeah, but how do you expect it to be a thing if you don't have all that stuff out there?
I mean, why do you think it was so easy to change, what was it, Martin Luther King Day? And it was easy to change the President's Day. There was a couple President's Day that got changed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was Washington's birthday, Abraham Lincoln's birthday, Martin Luther King Day.
Right.
You know, there was a couple other ones, and they consolidated them, took their names away, and called it some other shit. You know, why was he able to do that? Because nobody commercializes President's Day.
Right.
You know, you might get a mattress sale, or you might get a car sale on President's Day.
Yeah.
Or, you know, MLK Day rally or dinner, some shit like that, maybe. But Christmas, you got Coca-Cola, you got the Clydesdales from Budweiser, or is that Bush? Bush?
No, it was Budweiser. Yeah, it was Budweiser.
I mean, for a while you had the Budweiser Frogs, and they did a Christmas thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, football, everybody got Christmas this, Christmas that, the elves. Christmas ain't gonna, I mean, fuck, people who don't believe in any of that shit still do the Christmas thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hanukkah folks, they still give out Christmas gifts.
Right.
Kwanzaa people give out gifts. Even though during Kwanzaa, you're supposed to give handmade gifts and educational gifts. But best believe there's a Christmas tree in every house that does Kwanzaa.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even the Muslims, you know, straight up pray on the carpet Muslims, still have Christmas trees and give out gifts. The only folks that I noticed and
pray on the carpet Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. They pray on the carpets.
All right.
It's only some of them, but the only ones that I've noticed that kind of stick to that, and those kind of faded off as I got older, Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, they don't come door to door anymore.
Oh, I still see them come door to door, but like the holidays, Jehovah Witnesses stick strict to them. No Christmas, no this, no that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which
Yeah,
I don't really
it's not a thing.
get that, because like Jehovah Witnesses is pretty much the same thing as Mormons, and they believe Jesus came to the Americas after he was resurrected, which is all fine and dandy, but Christmas is celebrating the birth of Jesus. You just admitted Jesus came to America. Why aren't you celebrating his birthday?
The plot thickens.
I mean, because
I
even the
don't-
Muslims, you know, they
that doesn't
believe in
make
Allah,
sense.
but they do believe in Jesus also. They believe Jesus was a prophet just like Muhammad. So, Ryan over there, what's Ryan?
No, he was just talking about the volume and shit. He's good. I don't even think he might not even be listening no more. He might say,
Probably
fuck
not
this
anymore.
shit and I'm out.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Jehovah's Witnesses. I know it's harder to get into a Jehovah's Witness temple than it is to get in a Mason temple, I'll tell you that. You don't know any Jehovah's Witnesses personally? I knew one.
No.
Nope. Can't
Only the
say
ones
that I
that come
do.
to the door, and I ask them if they know about the Necronomicon, and they're kind of like, no, we don't want to be part of this.
No, Ryan's still listening. He just said, what's up?
Dude, I love, like, when I was growing up, my mom treated Jehovah's Witnesses like they was the FBI.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
come knocking on the door. You had to turn the TV off. You had to hit the ground. You know, that was real shit. A lot of people fucking make like jokes about it. That was real. That was fucking real.
If we don't make any noise, they'll go away.
Well, as I got older and more assholey and more hammered back in my day, like I used to spend most of my time. I can't read that. What's it say?
Oh, Nevertron?
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
What?
It's the devil's Bible.
Oh, it's not the devil's Bible.
Well,
Oh, see what you done started. God damn it.
But anyways, like I was saying, you know, as I got more knowledgeable and more cocky about my beliefs, I fucking love when they come to the house, dude. And my brother, being that he was a crackhead, ain't nobody easier to get talking about Jesus than a fucking dopehead. Especially the day or two before or after they start binging. Because when you get the guilt beforehand and you start doing the dope, or you got the guilt afterward, and you know you wanna, I wanna know if I'm gonna make it into heaven. I wanna, yeah. So they'd be in my fucking mama's house all the time. Not like when I was older.
right.
My mom would just go. She would just go and do her thing in the other room. My brother would be sitting in there, and I'd come in, and I'd just take my shirt off, and I got a big pentacle on my back and fucking devil wings and all kind of shit, and come and sit down and talk to him. You know, sometimes, like, I had one, the very first one, I'm not going to lie, I was very ignorant to. But it was around the time I first seen American History X. Now, Vineyard in American History X, not because of the racism, just because of the attitude and the way he handled shit. Oh my God, he was just like my idol for a quick minute. I walked into my mom's front room, and these people are trying to pray with my brother, and I pointed at my tattoos. I was like, "You see this? This means you're not welcome. Get the fuck out."
Whoa.
Dude. Oh my God.
About got his ass whooped.
Oh no, they got their shit left. Like they were in shock. I was in shock. I even said it, and even the reaction, it was fucking great. Very rude, very dickhole-ish, but I was that person.
Dickhole-ish. What the hell is that?
But now I'll just sitting there and I'll debate, one of them with facts. One of them, Here's a true story. This happened like maybe 3 years ago. Just sold a car to my buddy. And the dude left, and like I had a ride coming to pick me up down to DMV.
Right.
So we got our business taken care of, and I'm waiting for my ride. Well, right next to the DMV is the welfare office. So I walked down there just because there was people down there and shit. And there was 2 ladies down there, one little black lady and one taller black lady. And they were talking to people like, passing out the Jehovah's Witness papers and talking to people this and that. So I felt like they were avoiding me. So I kind of put myself in that, like, talk to me. Like, you would talk to me. So finally, the one lady, the little black lady, she comes up to me and she starts, and I stopped her right before she started talking. I was like, ma'am, I got a little bit of time. I will gladly talk to you and hear what you have to say. But I'm going to let you know right now, I am of a different faith. What you believe in is fine. We could discuss it. But so then she kind of got cocky with me. She got an attitude with me. Oh, well, what faith are you? I just got a different set of beliefs, and I got a different take on the Bible and stuff like that. Well, there's only one this and that, and there's she started coming at me real aggressively with this closed-minded bullshit. So I looked at her and I'm like, here, ma'am, explain to me who the Nephilim were and their significance on every religion, and we can continue this conversation. Oh, well, God, ma'am, do you even know who the Nephilim are? That's like a grade school question. That's an amateur question to ask anybody. Who the Nephilim were. Mm-hmm. They were the Watchers. They were supposedly the alien, whatever you want to call them. The story of the Nephilim is damn near in every religion. Every fucking one, from witchcraft to Christianity to Catholicism to, even the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right.
The Watchtower. The Watchtowers are where the Nephilim, the Watchers, were. So she couldn't answer any of that. So then the taller black lady, now she was cool. She was really, open-minded. Her and I started talking. And look, you come at me the wrong way, and I'll make you give up your God. I acquired that, I don't want to call it skill, but I could do it. I used to have fun doing it. I know it's very bad on people. I found that out the hard way. I saw the ramifications of that shit. I didn't think it could happen. But, yeah. I guess if you want to believe in any of the stories of the Bible, the whole Adam and Eve thing, eating from the tree of knowledge, mm-hmm. Once you have certain knowledge, you lose your faith. You lose whatever you hold on to. You don't want that. And I understand, I can get where that lesson comes from. God didn't want them to fucking lose their belief, their faith or whatever. They did it. They fucked up. Well, I unfortunately did it. And I know that if I could give my knowledge to somebody else.
Brad, you gotta back up from the microphone a little bit. I can hear you breathing.
It'll take that shit away. And apparently that fucks up a lot of people. I see it in my life a little bit where it kind of
Ryan said ain't they the children of the Watchers?
The Nephilim were the Watchers.
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, weren't those the children of the Watchers?
No, the Raphaim were the children of the Watchers. I might have it backwards, though. One was Nephilim, one was Raphaim, but I believe the Nephilim were the Watchers and the Raphaim were the children. But I could have the names backwards. Little buzzed right now.
Imagine that.
But yeah, Where was I even going with the Nephilims at all? Oh, talking to the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yep.
So yeah, I start spouting some shit off like that, and then they want to go walk away, and I'm like, no, come here, I got some more to talk to you about.
Where you going?
But yeah, that whole with the black ladies, the one lady, the taller one, she wished me well, and that we were cool, said goodbye. The other little one was pissed. The little one was just mad. She couldn't convince me of her bullshit.
Ryan said, I thought the Nephilim were the children of angels. Laugh out loud. Or lol.
The Watchers were the angels, were either the Raphaim or the Nephilim. Just different names, same things. And actually, they were put, if you want to believe in the Christian story, they were supposed to watch over the earth. I believe there was like 300 of them, and pretty much God fucking forgot about them, and they wanted companionship. They wanted wives. They wanted, they wanted to be, if they were going to be stuck here, they wanted to be here. And I guess that was an abomination. And then that story goes and contradicts everything that people think that God's against gays. Because when the archangel came down and told...
He said, don't make me wild you. Wild you? W-I-L-D. Yeah, wild. Or wiki. Sorry, wiki. Damn, I need to blow this shit up.
Well, you get the fuck up. But without getting back to what I was saying, though, that story proves that God, at least Old Testament God, was not against gays. Was actually totally the opposite. Because up until maybe the past couple of 100 years, angels were depicted as men. Or hermaphrodites. Now, the archangel came down and spoke to the head Nephilim and said that you laid down with the daughters of man like you lay down with us, and that is an abomination to the Lord. So, at its best, they were hermaphrodites and they fucked each other.
So basically, that sounds to me like they didn't want them procreating.
Right,
Because they didn't want them sleeping with women.
So,
Ryan said,
God,
what story? And then he said, truth.
God is more against straight sex than gay
He said,
sex.
bro, you high.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm going, yeah.
Yeah, I'm high as shit. But it's still the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? I made put it in my own words, but when it comes down to it, that's what it was.
He
What
said
it
they
means.
weren't supposed to be humans. Or they weren't supposed to fuck humans. There it is, yeah.
But the exact words from the archangel said, you laid with the daughters of man like you lay with us, and that is an abomination to the Lord. Angels were either men or hermaphrodites. So, again, your God was against straight sex, not gay sex.
No mating with lower beings. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Alright. There you go.
Yeah, but you're not getting what I'm saying. Whether they mated with the lower beings or not, they were still mating with each other, and they were men. And God was okay with that.
Or hermaphrodite.
Or hermaphrodite.
Yeah, and God was okay with that.
So, it's your God, not mine, man. Just like, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. That had nothing to do with gayness or debauchery or orgies or any of that shit. I don't even understand how people took that story and used it against gay folks. What that was about was a motherfucker giving up his 2 virgin daughters willingly to take in two strangers, which I don't give a fuck how nice you want it to be. No, there were no female angels. Nope. Not until, what, the 1700s? Maybe, I don't know, whenever, when the Renaissance time. Then angels started becoming cherubs and females. You forget the Bible was written way back when females weren't really depicted too fondly in the Bible. They were whores or shits like that. Nothing on that?
Well, you gotta remember we got a delay. We're not.
He needs to be faster with his typing.
No, it's just a service. Alright, well.
But either way, different, takes on different shits. I see more of the fucked up side of these different stories. Not once did I...
He said, sorry, missed that.
Not once did I see anything really anti-gay in the Bible. There was one part in, I believe, Leviticus, maybe, where it says you should not lay down with a man as you do with a woman. But that was...
Oh, he was on the phone, so he missed the whole spiel.
Fuck him.
Priorities, Ryan. Priorities.
And what it was pertaining to in Leviticus was women were looked upon more as property. So you don't lay with your property like you do with, or you don't lay with a man like you do with your property. You don't do with a man, whatever the fuck it was. But it wasn't again. It didn't have anything to do with having sex with a man. So I mean. I really don't understand why having sex with the same whatever would trump all the other fucked up shit that the Bible says, yeah, go ahead and do.
It makes no sense.
I mean,
a lot of it doesn't make any sense.
Even the shit that a lot of people claim that makes sense or kind of twists into these miracles or whatever. Like, what was it? Abraham, when he went to God told him to go sacrifice his son. Wait a minute. You could go to the most Christian fucking judge in the world. That's attempted murder. Even if you decide you're not gonna do that shit, if somebody's seeing you holding a knife to your kid's neck over a goddamn cliff, yeah. At bare minimum, children's services is coming to your house. And you were burning bushes? Shit.
And he was definitely burning something.
That's like today, I shoot somebody and say, oh, God made me do it.
The bush told
God
me.
told me to do it.
No.
Yeah,
You were better off saying a dog told you to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's nonsense.
You might get away with the dog thing, though.
Yeah. I don't think so.
There's precedence on that. Son of Sam.
All right.
It's how fucked up our system is, dude.
I still say I go to prison.
Oh, yeah, you go to prison. You might not get the death penalty, but you go to prison. Or an insane asylum forever. But same shit.
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Same shit, different clothes.
Yep. So sad.
Yep. So, I guess the whole downside or dark side to the Kwanzaa thing, since we all got off track there, was in my eyes, again, one's a celebration of oppression, and the other one is the celebration of liberation. And it just depends on what side of the story you look at. I keep telling you guys all the time, history is made by the winners. But the winners, we won, so we can say whatever the fuck we wanted to say happened. America never did no wrong. America never, accidentally killed folks, or America didn't just go in and do its bad shit. No.
Yeah, but what do the people that lost say?
Right, exactly. The other side. And it also goes back into what I say, so our soldiers, as much as I support our soldiers, if you look at the other side, those aren't soldiers, those are murderers. Which, I mean, again, we look at their soldiers, they murdered how many of our soldiers? They took this and that. They did whatever. We're the same way from the other side. Always got to be able to look at both sides of that story. Now, I mean, even if we look at America, the Constitution had some fucked up shit in it. It was meant to leave some folks out. It was meant to privilege some folks. But there was a lot of good ideals in there. And there's amendments in there that kind of, sway things here and there. And as everything evolved, it made things better. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess everything has its downside, and you can't be afraid to speak on it or talk about it. Because if you don't put it out there in a way that you're not forcing it on people, but if you don't put it out there, then you're just forced to relive that shit. You don't hide it. You don't not talk about it. You don't. All right, so this dude said that this was Christianity was a white religion and black folks should shun it, but he changed that ideal. Who cares the reason why? It could have been a shitty reason why. Maybe he didn't get enough viewers. But he changed it. Kind of took away the whole respect of the whole thing, but he changed it. I don't think it evolved enough, but hey, it's just like with every other, holiday or whatever. I'm finding out though that December to Christmas time, pretty much Americans, Americans is mostly on the religious end of Christmas. You would think like the Italians would be, or you would think like the Vatican type, they do their whole little Christmas shit there, Vatican, of course, but I mean, around the world, Christmas time is more of a harvest, feast. It's more of a, really has nothing to do with Jesus at all.
Yeah.
I've always looked at it, especially growing up, like Christmas was like the top thing, and then everything else kind of fell under it. Nah. Christmas is just, like when you go to London and it's 4th of July. So? Oh. They don't give a fuck. Because we seceded from Britain, whatever, the crown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what really is, Christmas is nothing but a commercialized thing anymore.
And it's more about Santa Claus than anything, not about Jesus.
I don't even think it's about Santa Claus anymore. It's about, days off and gifts.
No, I mean, like, that's the main thing about Christmas. Oh, Santa Claus is coming, everybody freaks out.
Well, that comes from the European side, basically.
Right.
And then they try to say there was a rumor way back in the day that Coca-Cola invented Santa Claus.
No.
No, they didn't, but they did put the red outfit on Santa Claus.
Right.
Because before that, he had the green outfit, and it was more of the depiction of the Green Man, who was one of the Europeans' Santa Claus, pretty much. Looked like the ghost of Christmas. Was it
Past.
not future? Past? Was it past?
The big guy and with all the food and all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, alrighty. So we got that all out the fucking water. So that's what I had. I don't know. You want to stay on the Christmas shit, Greg, or you want to touch on some news or any of that shit?
Yeah, don't matter to me. Whatever you want to do.
So the other day, Jared tried to send me something on gun control or something. No, he tried to send me something on Facebook fact checkers, and every time he tried to send it, it was some bullshit on gun control, which I might touch on that too, depending on the time. But here, Facebook fact checkers are, number one, not really checking facts. Number two, are very biased. A lot of these so-called companies, there's one actually that comes out of France, admittedly said that they are for one side, and they are pro. They're like one of these heavy environmentalist type, leaning shit. And they will take down shit just not because of its inaccuracies, but because it doesn't follow their ideals or what they believe. It's their internet cleansing. Shit ton of them. So the whole bullshit, I've always bitched about some of my posts getting flagged being inaccurate or missing context, this and that. I have found that 90% of my posts are accurate and true, and they are missing dumb shit out of it. Like, there was one that said your post was inaccurate because it was missing. What the fuck? It was so stupid. It was like somebody else didn't say something. It was totally irrelevant to it. But because this person said something, it was just jacked up. Another one today, matter of fact, got flagged. It was something that ginger, so much ginger or amount of ginger breaks up mucus in your chest. But because it only was a certain percentage, or it wasn't a mainstream cure or something like that, take it out of context. It's no good. It's inaccurate.
That's pretty.
But if you look
stupid.
in any home remedy book, you will see ginger is good for breaking up mucus and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of home remedies and stuff like that. But, they'll take stuff like that in its simplest form. We'll use, like home remedies and shit, and say, nope, that shit's not real. You don't do it. Stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
This seems a little stupid.
when you get hit with the fact checkers, fuck them. Fuck them. I didn't believe in them before, but now, really fuck them. Now, the article that I ended up getting was, I'm not gonna lie, dude is pretty smart. I mean, I'm sure Gavin Newsom himself did not figure it out or come up with the idea, but he is planning on using the Texas abortion law, the abortion ban, to ban guns in California.
How does abortion have anything to fucking do with gun control?
Because in the argument
How?
to the Supreme Court, whatever the defense or whatever you want to call it, who was for Texas, said that we should be able to ban anything that's gonna take away life or hurt life or whatever, something to that effect. So Gavin Newsom is going to use that argument to say, well, guns are taking away life, doing this and that. So what's the difference between abortions as babies or the guns killing people as they're older? Which
Well, that makes it a better argument.
that
Yeah.
does make a decent argument. He's pretty smart to jump on that bandwagon. And being that California is really, really liberal, they'll probably fucking get it. You know, no lie, they'll probably fucking get it. As long as it don't go to the Supreme Court, because then that's not in California. But, I mean, you know, fuck. California is, right now, San Francisco is the most dangerous place in America. San Francisco. When I was growing up, San Francisco was gay folks and beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
You know, Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah.
Now it is, they even said
Fucking
that
Full House.
San Francisco right now is more dangerous than Compton, South Central, all that shit was back in the 90s.
That's fucking crazy.
What in the fuck? Why? Because you take away all the penalties for thievery. You take away damn near every penalty from public fucking up, pretty much. You take away damn near every right from the police. I mean, dude, when I watched the fucking video, they did it was a news thing. They were interviewing this girl at I believe a Gucci store or some shit like that in a mall out in California.
Uh-huh.
They're told, don't even stop people from stealing. Don't even, just let them take whatever. Call the police. But unless it's at least $1,000 stolen, they're not going to do anything.
So you go blatantly go into the store,
Yes.
steal $1,000 worth of shit, and be like, whatever.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Now,
That's really
if it's
fucky.
over $1,000, you're told they might do something about it. So there's pretty much no penalty for stealing shit.
And where is this at?
California, dude.
Or we gotta fucking go to California.
Fuck that. The only thing that I found worse than the bullshit that's going on in California, New York is becoming like California.
Yeah.
My son just sent me a news article.
A lot of shit boarded up.
No,
a lot
I'm
of people
not.
gone.
Not even talking about that. Now they're trying to, I guess, eliminate. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to eliminate, but pretty much now they have places you go in, they give you needles and let you get high.
Like a drug bar, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay. And what is this accommodating? Just so the people aren't out on the street doing it?
Right. They're not using dirty needles, and they're not just passed out in the streets or whatever. We can't give homes to homeless folks. We can't. How about instead of taking in all these dope heads, we take in some of these vets? How about you give these vets a place to stay till they get back on their feet? How about we give these vets a place to stay, period? But no, we're gonna. I don't understand.
Yeah, so they can better their life instead of these druggies just, you know.
And now, mind you, not everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different issue. You know, I had to learn that a long time ago. I got to quit judging people like that. I ain't no better than nobody else. But once you get to that point where you just want to be what you want to be, if you just want to be a dope head and it's because you can be, then I really got no love for you. You really got, you don't deserve any help. But, if you're trying to get off the shit, you're trying to knock the shit, whatever, something like that, yeah, you get all the help you want. But, I think the priorities, especially now with this administration in America, has fucking went way past the wayside. Way. Huh. So, you know what? We're going to end this a little bit early. From Upside Down Studios, happy holidays. Y'all be safe.
Merry Christmas.
Make sure you check out Vinyl Thursday tomorrow with Brad and Ralph. Check out, we got Full Album Friday coming up Friday with Scotty. There's also the Stay at Home Comedy Show. We got Idiot Says What and Sports Balls. Check that out on Eargasm. Random Tandem on Saturday. And for y'all local folks who are listening to me, I will be performing at Little Lou's on Saturday on the west side of Youngstown. Come check us out. Y'all be safe. Good night.
Five, four,
3, 2, 1.